No creature embodies the chaotic nature of the abyss as well as the Sibriax. Although the realm of demons is already a place of infinite horrors, Sibriax, for some reason, make even more of these monstrosities. Oh look, here comes the demonic man-whore Grozd, seeking information from a Sibriax.
Beloved Zarthrorin, I come seeking guidance.
The universe is filled with your beloveds, Grozd.
Yet you are the only one for my eyes.
I believe you tell all demons that too.
Guidance?
Typical change of subject. What is it you want, Grozd?
My beautiful realm bores me. I wish to happen upon a place with new beauty.
All the fine wine, elaborate art, and harems grating on your nerves again. A pack of Rutakin could help you start fresh.
Keep that filth from my realm.
Touchy, what beauty do you seek, Grozd?
Natural.
Seek out the palace of the sea.
Celestia, there surely must be another location of beauty.
None so beautiful nor pure.
The water burns like fire. We learned this in the last Great War.
There is a solution.
Speak.
A gift, Grozd.
Charlatan. And here I thought my good looks would be enough.
They're good, but not good enough.
You wound me, Zarthrorin.
Superficially.
You may take one item from my realm of your choice.
Seek out Melchizedek. He hunts for an artifact that will aid you.
May your knowledge be as eternal as you are lovely, Zarthrorin. I take my leave.
Welcome back to a Compendium of Monsters. This week's entry, the Sibriax. Before we continue, please make sure you've subscribed to my channel. It helps me out a lot. Sibriax are challenge level 18, huge sized demons. They have an armor class of 19, average hit points of 150, a speed of 0 feet, and a flying hovering speed of 20 feet. Sibriax have true sight out to 120 feet and can telepathically speak any language out to 120 feet. Sibriax are resistant to cold damage, fire damage, lightning damage, as well as damage from non-magical attacks. Sibriax are immune to poison damage and the poison condition. Sibriax have the Contamination ability, which corrupts a 30-foot radius surrounding the Sibriax. Plants that aren't creatures wither and die, while the ground becomes difficult terrain for creatures in contact with it. Any creature that starts its turn within 30 feet of the Sibriax must succeed on a very difficult Constitution saving throw or take poison damage. If the creature succeeds the saving throw, it is immune to this particular Sibriax's contamination for 24 hours. Loosely translated, don't make it your life's dream to be a Sibriax hunter. Your next of kin will be disappointed in the results. Sibriax are innate spellcasters and can cast the following spells with no material components: Charm Person, Command, Dispel Magic, Hold Monster, and Feeble Mind. The at-will spells are inconvenient for a Sibriax's opponent, but I'd like to talk specifically about how detrimental Feeble Mind is. Feeble Mind is a spell that attacks a creature in such a way that it attempts to shatter its mind, creating a husk of the creature's former self. The spell inflicts 4d6 psychic damage and forces an intelligence saving throw, which in the Sibriax's case is a 21. Considering many people dump intellect in real life as well as D&D, you're in for a really bad time. On a failed save, many bad things happen. First, your intelligence and charisma scores are reduced to 1. Second, you can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or speak in a comprehensible way. This means that spells like comprehend languages are not able to translate what the feeble-minded creature is trying to say. Third, you can repeat the saving throw every 30 days. 30! Once a month, you have a chance to not become a gibbering, slobbering moron. However, despite the difficulties presented by Feeble Mind, an affected creature still recognizes its friends, follows those friends, and even attempts to protect those friends. Feeble Mind can be ended by one of 3 cures: Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish. Now, a friendly reminder that a Sibriax can cast Feeble Mind 3 times per day. I'll take a sunny vacation on the other side of the multiverse. Thanks. Sibriax have 3 uses of the legendary resistance ability, allowing it the choice to succeed on a failed saving throw. Trying to banish a Sibriax back to the abyss? Yeah, joke's on you. Sibriax also have the magic resistance ability, allowing them advantage on saving throws against all magic and spell effects. Sibriax have a quadruple multi-attack, allowing them to use their Squirt Bile action before making 3 chain attacks or 3 bite attacks, or a combination of the 2. Chain attacks have a 15-foot reach, though do not have an associated grapple. When a Sibriax uses its Squirt Bile action, it ejects acid at a creature within 120 feet. That creature must succeed on a very difficult dexterity saving throw or take a lot of acid damage. If a a Sibriax chooses to forego its multi-attack, it can instead use its Warp Creature action. Warp Creature allows a Sibriax to choose up to 3 creatures it can see within 120 feet, forcing them to make still challenging Constitution saving throws. If successful, a creature becomes permanently immune to the Sibriax's Warp Creature ability. If a creature fails the saving throw, it is poisoned and gains a level of exhaustion. While poisoned this way, the creature must continue to make Constitution saving throws at the start of each of its turns and can end the poison effect after 3 successes. If a creature dies from 6 failed saves, it is transformed into an Abyssal Wretch under the Sibriax's control. Once the creature is transformed into an Abyssal Wretch, the transformation can only be undone by a Wish spell. In addition to their cuddly awesomeness, Sibriax also have 3 legendary actions. Yay! Remember that legendary actions can only be taken at the end of other creatures' turns, and the Sibriax regains all spent uses of legendary actions at the start of its turn. For 1 legendary action, a Sibriax can cast a spell or use its Squirt Bile action. For 2 legendary actions, a Sibriax can use its Warp Creature action. Again. Speaking of Warp Creature, if your players are gluttons for punishment, you could always use the Flesh Warping Table that was literally designed for Sibriax. I just want to quickly list all of the fun things that could happen in the instance of a failed Warp Creature save. The creature's hair, eyes, and skin become blue, yellow, red, or patterned. The creature's eyes push out of their head on the ends of stalks. Gross. The creature's hands grow claws, which can be used as daggers. The creature's legs become mismatched sizes, decreasing its walking speed by 10 feet. At least you could get custom shoes made to fix that problem. The creature's eyes become beacons, filling a 15-foot cone with dim light when they are open. So like bargain bin Cyclops, huh? Or maybe the lights are on and you're not home. The creature's back grows a pair of wings that are either feathered or leathery, granting a flying speed of 30 feet. The creature's ears tear free from its head and scurry away, leaving the creature deafened. It's the hand, but ears! The creature's teeth rebel, and 2 of those teeth turn into tusks. This should force a Constitution saving throw to not fall unconscious from the ridiculous amount of pain this would cause you. Tusks suddenly displacing an entire line of teeth? The creature's skin becomes scabby, granting a bonus to their armor class and a reduction to their charisma score. That's pretty rude. You could just lie and say you were a victim of a horrible accident, which arguably should get you pity points. The creature's legs switch places, preventing it from moving unless it crawls. Talk about Freaky Friday. The creature's arms become tentacles with fingers at the end, increasing its reach by 5 feet. Get that hentai shit out of here. The creature's legs grow quite long, increasing walking speed by 10 feet. The creature's body grows a whip-like tail that can be used as a weapon. The creature's eyes turn black, granting dark vision out to 120 feet. The creature's weight increases dramatically, tripling. The creature's weight drops dramatically, halving. The creature's head doubles in size. The creature's ears become wings, granting a flying speed of 5 feet. The creature's body becomes abnormally brittle, granting vulnerability to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. The creature's head sprouts a friend, granting advantage on saving throws against being charmed, frightened, or stunned. What a list! Not all of the items on it are bad, but do you want to risk the bad ones? Sibriax are thought to be as old as the Abyss itself, though one can never be sure with accounts that likely come from demons or demon kind. Sibriax hunt remote places of the Abyss, using their warp creature abilities to create new, horrific demons and spend time hunting down forbidden lore. You can easily track a Sibriax by the rivulets of blood and bile that cascade from its body that leave a fairly unmistakable trail. The only issue with the trail, of course, is that it's actively polluting and warping the landscape, and potentially your dumb if you're stupid enough to walk in it. Sibriax are hoarders of forbidden lore and guard their secrets jealously. If you want something from a Sibriax, you better be willing to pay their asking price. Sibriax usually dispense information only when they seek to gain some advancement of their secret agenda, though each Sibriax has distinctly separate machinations. It is not unreasonable to think that 2 Sibriax may come into conflict with opposing goals. Sibriax are the demon crafters of the Abyss, generating all sorts of horrors via their ability to warp flesh. To create demons, Sibriax can literally draw on the endless power and chaos that constitutes the Abyss and shape that powerful chaos according to their individual desires. Over the course of days, Sibriax can create vast armies of a shrieking, gibbering guardian called a Rudderkin. Rudderkin roam the Sibriax's section of the Abyss, acting as protectors and fodder for the Sibriax. Demons petition Sibriax to gain physical gifts, and a Sibriax has the ability to graft new body parts onto that demon to grant additional strength, vision, or stamina, though only when they feel like it. It's like trying to reason with your crazy Uncle Gerald. He may say yes to some request now, but in about 5 minutes he's decided he's going to sit and watch TV for the rest of the year. At least Gerald doesn't make a filthy mess when he sits around for that long. Oh wait, also, bear in mind that the Sibriax is connected to its nearby minions. If you plan to take the fight to a Sibriax, you might have a couple minutes alone with it before a horde of Rudderkin storms your location, shrieking and howling with malicious glee. Sibriax can warp creatures who willingly subject themselves to the warp creature effect. This, however, is different from a saving throw against the effect because it takes a full hour for the creature's body to warp, and the creature must remain within 30 feet of the Sibriax. Granted, this is something you'd have to do without fighting the Sibriax, but if you want a little pizzazz for your character, this is an interesting place to get some. However, be aware that if a creature willingly subjects itself to the warp creature effect, the warping effect is permanent. Whatever that creature gains or loses as a result of the warping is so permanent that it's considered to be a part of their being, and restorative spells up to and including Wish will have no chance to restore the creature to its original form. Don't do drugs, kids, even if the nice wrinkly demon says they're cool. Anyways, what do you all think of the Sibriax? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and please share this video on your Twitter, Facebook, and other social media. I'll see you all next time.